5 years ago, I was working at the NBA as a publicist, and the day that they sent everybody home felt like we were in a movie. They sent out some correspondence to people asking them if we felt comfortable, if we felt, okay going and doing this new thing that nobody's ever done before. Of the people that said they were comfortable with going through basically this experiment, we were assigned different areas. There's like the bubble, which were the staff that was absolutely necessary to be in close proximity to the players. And then there was like the secondary bubble, which are people who still needed to be there to conduct business, but might not need to be like in close contact with players. Think about it at the time, close contact meaning like within 6 feet. I was in the secondary bubble, which is why I was seated a little bit higher. But this is what one of the games looked like that I was covering. Media is like down here. These are the bench areas where the players are playing. And then on these screens here is where they would play different videos. They'd have messages from home, from family. But then that is also where they displayed the fans so that when you guys were at home cheering, like logging into Microsoft Teams, the players could see you pop up there. This part was absolutely not fun. We had to get tested in the hotel that I was staying in every 3 days, and this was what a full test looked like. Speaking of hotels that I was staying at, I stayed at the Waldorf Astoria, which was with team execs, the owners, pretty much the people that needed to come in and out of the bubble space more frequently than permanent staff like trainers, coaches. While we were at Walt Disney World, most of the activities were reserved for like the inner bubble for the people that could not leave for the entire I think it was like 6 months that they were there. They were able to do a lot more, but I did make use of my time there and I took up golf. Look at that swing. Not really knowing what I'm doing. Look at her. If I'm being honest, the food was great. This was might not look like much here because they did have to be efficient with how they handed it out because there were so many people on site. This was the best vegan meatloaf I've ever had. I asked the chef to come back and tell me the recipe because it was one of the best things I've ever had. So the food on site that I had was great. This was what my experience in the bubble was like. Let me know what other questions you have and talk a little bit about the marketing campaign that I worked on to actually promote the game and returning and how we were doing things. I can talk about what it was like having the whole virtual fan experience. Just let me know what you guys want to know.